The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Why is this a tripartite agenda? Why is this thing in threefold? Can't you just tell us that the thief came to steal and hang there? Why does he have to steal? Why does he have to kill? Why does he have to destroy? What part of the human life does his ability to kill impact? What part of the human life does his ability to steal impact? What part of the human life does his ability to destroy impact? You understand that man has a spirit, a soul, and a body. What part of your life is the activity of this thief going to affect as it pertains to this is threefold activity? The first thing he does is that he wants to steal your identity, because he knows that as long as you don't know who you are, you will never know what you have. As long as you don't know who you are, you will never know what you carry. If people are even telling you, or you stumble on a material that talks about what you carry, and yet that material didn't tell you who you are, you will think that the material is only trying to motivate you or make you feel good. And that's the situation of the church today. When we are explaining to believers the extent to which Jesus went to make sure that you are saved and how solid the work he has done is, so then we say this thing is too good to be true. Yes, it has to be too good, because if it is not too good, then it is not God that did it. Came to steal. He will first of all steal your sense of your identity. And when he succeeds in doing that, let me tell you, even if you later realize what you have, as long as you are operating on the basis of what you have, but with the wrong understanding of your identity, you will misuse what you carry. So you will see a believer who understands that he or she is saved, but at the same time also thinks there's nothing wrong with sex before marriage. There's nothing wrong because I have eternal life. What is wrong with that believer? It is that he knows what he carries, but he does not know who he is. He does not know. He just thinks that what Jesus did to him on the cross was just a change of life. But actually, it was not a change of life. It was an exchange of life. What that means is that whichever way you choose to live your life now, what you are telling heaven is that that is what Jesus is supposed to be doing if he was here. It's an exchange. As you are schooling, according to the basic teachings as regards salvation, it says that you are no longer schooling for yourself. You are schooling because Jesus did it. You are reading that course because Jesus did it. Remember, he was 100% man, 100% God, which means if he didn't lay down his life, nobody would have been able to kill him. Nothing in this life would have been able to kill that Jesus if he didn't lay down his life. So now that he has laid down his life, so that you can have his kind of life, understanding that what Jesus did on the cross is an exchange of life, means you will not have to do what Jesus would have done if he was here today. You will not have to think the way Jesus would have been thinking if he was here today.